This is our group of bridge players at the Sin City Classic at the Tropicana Hotel.
Notice anything.
Who?
I don't know what the. You did? Yeah. You didn't see the swatch before. That's all I'm saying. Oh, swatch.
He's almost done with swatches.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Shot to get the flamingo
And the high roller. Wow!
Oh, yeah, there.
That was the rules. No, I know. No, we were just kidding. I did see it from the bridge. That was a nice.
This is the Chinese Garden in the Bellagio. Flamingos in the backyard of the Flamingo Hotel. Madonna and her dancers at Frank Marina's Divas at the Link Hotel. Dolly Parton with her dancers at Divas. Diana Ross. As we round this corner, we'll be coming up on Cobra Rock, which is about the only kind of snake I'd like to see in the desert or anywhere else. We now approach our next stop of Beehives. And does anyone see a mountain goat there? I know I do. We came across this nice reflecting pond left over from the rain a week ago. And here's a nice picture of desert holly. And a petrified log, which is not where we got our sinks in the bathroom from. Here we are at the cabins, where we also sat and had our nice picnic lunch. We were, of course, joined by many desert ground squirrels. And here we come across some nice petroglyphs at various spots along the road. And of course we have another nice little small pool of water. The petroglyph on the left side is supposedly a snake. Another kind of snake I don't mind seeing. And here we have Poodle Rock. This is Ape Mountain, which you can only see it from the side, so those people standing in front walking up to it are not going to see what we see. And here is a nice real mountain goat that we saw along the road, and we're able to get some pictures of. It was also the only live thing we saw walking in the whole Valley of Fire. This is Balance Rock. This was at the Welcome Center, and this is a picture of Balance Rock coming down the road on the other side, where you can see it a little more balanced. Just beautiful colors in the Valley of Fire. Here we are standing looking out into wash number 2, where all the floodwaters run off into the desert. Here we are standing at one of the edges of the wash, and of course John climbed down and he's down in the bottom of the picture, and in a moment we will see the picture that he took from down there, and that's what he saw. Use your imagination. And here we are walking down one of the washes. The color inside these washes was spectacular, especially in this one, which was wash number 5. We had to stop here though because of the rain. There was water up ahead and we couldn't get through. Now I do a nice gentle walk back, recording while walking, which I apologize for all the bouncing around, but you know, it's very difficult to watch where you're walking, try to keep an eye on what you're videotaping and all that stuff. I mean, just look at the color in those rocks. I mean, that color is absolutely beautiful. And, you know, it looks like there's a little green in there and various colors. Pictures don't do it justice. And by the end of this, the sun did start coming out. It's not an easy walk because you get sand, rocks, just depending on how much rain and how swift the water was moving, what it moves where. But as the guy told us when he and his wife walked this, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, this sand and some of these rocks were not even there. So that's how much their 1 inch of rain a week ago moved through here. And I'm slowly returning back up to the road. And there's our pink Jeep waiting for us. And here we give you one departing shot of Balance Rock again as we are heading out of Valley of Fire and heading back to Vegas. Now, to find something to do on our last day before we had to fly out back home, we decided to take a helicopter ride. So here we are in the helicopter, getting ready to take off. We are heading to the Grand Canyon to have a champagne lunch on the canyon floor, and we will be flying home at the time of sunset to also enjoy that. A bonus which we got thrown in since we didn't bother booking the sunset tour since it was a $50 per person more fee, but we got it for free. Now we are headed out, and it's amazing how we do circles and follow runways and all that to take off. There is a small airport landing right next to this because they also do plane tours. Unfortunately, I had to sit in the back, so did John, so we are shooting out the side or trying to shoot out the front of the window when we can. Which shooting out the side gave us a lot of glare. But in a moment, we're going to cross over that little mountain and we're going to start seeing the road to Hoover Dam, and then we will see the dam and the bridge that has built for the highway so traffic no longer goes across the dam. And there we start seeing Lake Mead and the bridge and the dam. And of course, there goes a helicopter a little lower. And my understanding is they have 2 nets now, and one of them is a torpedo net to keep anything from going through, any kind of torpedo or anything going through and blowing up the Hoover Dam. I've also been told the water is about 20 feet higher this year than it was last year, which is a good thing because as you can see, the water level on Lake Mead is very low. There is a lot of land showing that normally is underwater. The marina that sits on Lake Mead, or at least one of them, keeps moving their docks. Fortunately, they're not fastened down, so they just keep moving them closer to the water or out of the water, whichever way they have to go. Here we are flying through the Grand Canyon along the Colorado River, coming up on our approach where we will sit down and have our lunch for the afternoon before flying home. And we continue to fly through the canyon along the river. And we will actually be landing on Indian property. And we found out it costs the helicopter company $85 per person per trip to land to have the lunch here. And not only that, but after our lunch, we do also have to stop on the Indian reservation and fuel the helicopter up. I have no idea what that costs, but I can only imagine they're soaking it to us there too, because from what I understand, it's $85 to go out on their glass walkway, and you are not allowed to take your own cameras. And now we are coming in for our landing, where we will have our picnic. And as we come up over this mountain cliff, we will be able to see the Indian reservation where we will be landing to fuel the helicopter. And on the left of the screen is where the helicopters get fueled, and we will be pulling in where those two guys in the vests are standing. And now we just swing a little right turn here. And we pull in and they will unload the helicopter and then they will fuel it because they're not shutting the helicopter down. Now they're going to attach the hose and start filling the tank so we can make it home. I'm sort of glad of that. Now, as soon as somebody gets their credit card out and pays for the fuel, we'll be on our way. And the bill is paid and we're off. And we're going to fly off into the sunsets. And what a beautiful sunset it is. Now we head down to Fremont for the Fremont Experience. And as you can see, there goes some zip liners. They have two zip lines. One goes halfway, which you sit on the chair, and the other goes the full length of Fremont Street, which you face down. This is the pool and aquarium at the Golden Nugget. And if you take notice, the water slide goes right through the aquarium. And the aquarium glass is actually under the water line of the pool. And here is Robin's Nugget, I believe the biggest gold nugget found.
Fremont Street Experience welcomes you to downtown Las Vegas, home of Viva Vision, the largest big screen on the planet. Please enjoy the dazzling sights and sounds of this hour's presentation.
And unfortunately, we will get to show you the light program that was done at Fremont Street, but due to the copyright infringement laws, I'm not allowed to have the sound play. So this will be just a short sampling of the light. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to see more presentations by me.